Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Guess he signed it. Will the Vikings please? Oh, Lord.
Let's go now. 70, Indy.
He is definitely in the front seat.
Go. Set. Watch the set. 80 weapons.
The first carry now. This is Johnson.
Wow.
And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
The
game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Here's Johnson. Quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Eason. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
What really happened on that Thursday here?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Off the draw, here's Johnson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. Screenplay. Johnson.
Where the flag from?
Gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against? Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty? When you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh. Ready?
To throw on 3rd down. Eason. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
I think I got the wrong playbook. I sure do. Fuck!
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, nothing but room to run.
Lets it fly for Thielen. That's caught at the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Landry the intended target, and now it's 2nd down. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again. Just like last week, each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Check. Hey, one set. Check, Mike. Let's go.
To throw again. Eason, he's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at the 18. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return there, giving it even 20 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right?
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Vikings!
You keep picking that play, I might flip around and get 200 for real.
Second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams split plays.
Heavy rush, and down he goes. Anthony Barr in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Back to throw. Eason over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? So who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra stuff. You go to them early and often.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Go now. 8, read.
Watch the run.
Ready?
Johnson on the counter, and not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
God damn it.
First on travel.
Here we go, T. Get off the field.
Mike, get it.
To throw on 2nd down. Eason.
Oh, that's bullshit. Boy, I was under that, man.
This is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35.
He should have been sacked, though, bro. 6. That's crazy, bro. I was under that motherfucker.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Johnson. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before,
I think they got to keep that before.
You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football.
It'll probably be about 11-12. Since peak season, it should be over with by now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cook. And the result here, leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
218, chop. Switch it.
They run. Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd and 2, Herbert, it's caught. Smith. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
General West. Hey, high 7. 58,
right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
From the gun, Herbert. It's caught.
Why do you keep making them through and jump to catch it? Why not catch it on the damn run? I don't understand.
It's a gain of 34.
Keep jumping.
Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Shit's stupid as fuck.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
6-6, pull it high.
He's coming, double up.
Hey, echo.
Slam. Check your hot reach.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And Diggs has it. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Let's put that team on the clock.
Now a run with Cook. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Ready up. 58. 64. Weak. Twist. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Cook running right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no
Is they still in the match with you though? In the party? In the game?
25-yard line.
Damn.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, Eason. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Eason. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson.
Man.
6 yards
He
on
just
the
caught
pickup.
some crazy
And just like
stuff
that,
right
it's
there.
3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Hey, just hit it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Why did I call timeout?
Signal for the
A
first
2-minute warning about to come. Damn.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at about the 14. 1:54 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Quandre Diggs there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Why did Philly just
Harrison bringing in 341 pounds of power for the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's going right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
That was the wrong vertical.
Ready.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. He finds an opening past the 40. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Damon Harrison able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Cook. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. 4th down, so Zach Taylor sends out the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will. I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Bang, 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 bang. Protein spilled.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
You must be drinking.
Sit.
Hey, exit.
A final shot before break. Eason. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Come on, y'all.
The Vikings
Need
have to
another
like their
70
position.
yards.
They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They run it again with Cook. able to
Man,
rip
Cook.
off a big chunk of yardage.
If you had
before being
scored
dropped
right there,
inside
you
the
might have
40.
would have had this.
31
You would've
yards
had
there
it.
and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good
Three
philosophy
hands
at this point.
forward.
Going to make that defense
That's a
stand up
stiff
and
one.
stop them.
That would have gave him his
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. And this one's complete to Smith. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard
man, this nigga
line.
ain't got
Now,
it.
after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Topper. On the snap.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Jeez, boy.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help.
He's
Now they're looking
tired,
up at
so
a 3rd and 9 situation. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Big stop, let's go.
Looking to throw. Herbert, that is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
Watch the boot.
Lead driven.
They'll run with Cook. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they just...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lions
They're just
territory.
not blocking that shit right now.
You know how we get
You
focused
should-
at end of the half and
he
into the game
should-
situation
he
about
should
how
have been
much time's
gone.
on the board and
Go get
what you
go
need to
get
do.
him.
Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on.
You gonna leave that open?
On third down, Herbert, and he's able to find Diggs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check the backer.
On the carry, it's Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check nickel. Big edge.
Again, it's Cook. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Back to throw. Herbert into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19.
How did you get pressed like that, Diggs? This nigga Diggs got pressed so bad.
And he will bring it
That's
back.
Slayton.
An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
That's not even Darius Slayton who just pressed you like
That was
that.
a beautiful
Damn.
play. A pick six.
Fuck out of here with that.
Punctuate something like that, partner.
What do you mean with an
This nigga got the
exclamation mark?
mouth straight
Exclamation mark,
and
a
he
big
can't even get
word.
off a
What would you do
fucking
with the
press.
ampersand? I like it.
He got pressed.
Extra point from
And
McManus is
covered.
good. And that will shave one more off this lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back
Press
here.
and
This will be a
cover.
touchback,
Off of
and
the
it comes
fucking
out to the
snap.
25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the
Come on,
clock
I need
game.
a few more
Yet
yards.
at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the
There we
field.
go.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
Darius Slayton just got hurt.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Herbert. It's complete to Diggs. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. And that's complete. It's the tight end.
Oh, he
Daniels.
fumbled.
Now the ball comes loose, and this is scooped up by the
No.
Lions.
Oh,
And they
goodness,
have
it's too
possession,
tight.
and they have it at the 38-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13.
Oh!
He's got the hook up to Lambert.
Harrison!
And he'll be
I'm
taken
under
down
this shit. This is the
works it
throw.
past the 50.
Oh, my
They'll get
goodness.
17 that time, and the
Are you
Lions have a
kidding me?
first down. This quarterback now
He's gonna do it
just
again.
8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Eason. And a screen unsuccessfully dropped it. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync.
It's
The front
bullshit.
putting
It's
on the
not
pressure. The
bullshit
backside being
ass
ball hawks
bullshit.
and picking passes off.
15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun. Eason. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's a throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. There's nowhere
Damn, bro,
to escape,
he
and he goes down.
It's unblockable right there. He just threw that nigga out
Quarterback.
there.
He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. On 4th down, Eason. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Lions turned away on 4th down, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, that turnover might just about do it. Here, 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock.
Exactly right. They played smart, a couple of 1st downs, and this one should just about be over.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. This quarterback now perfect since the 2nd half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert.
Oh!
And he whips that one incomplete.
They hit
there.
each other.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And he finds Daniels. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take the like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. from the gun on third down. Herbert. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Back to throw. Herbert, and give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 31. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. Now after the completion, we're going to go timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And Daniels has it over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point that continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, this is Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to.
That was just ridiculous.
Late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Ready?
One final shot. They'll look to throw.
Ooh,
Now
wow.
here's another interception. Picked off around the 37. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
Yeah, yes, he was actually that fucking
They can't
sorry.
help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Vikings, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the downward spiral continues as they drop to 0-6 now. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
7 total tackles. Dang. Yep, guess he was actually trash.